So tomorrow it is. Tomorrow it is. Tomorrow is Saturday, September 28, 2024. Yet another CanJam. CanJam 2024. Probably the biggest one. And as the good people at Headphone mentioned in their latest video, CanJam SoCal, Southern California, is probably the biggest event worldwide. And this time, I think it's going to be the biggest of them all. And for good reasons. There are so many exciting news, so many exciting product launch with a few exceptionally interesting stuff going on, which we're going to cover for sure. And it's going to be here in Irvine. In fact, just 7 minutes driving from my house here. It's going to be a Marriott hotel. And I'm gonna take my kid. He's the youngest headphone kid at this event, probably, and he has pretty good, solid hearing capabilities, better than his old dad. And we also gonna take with us a third personality, which is not a living human being, but a dummy head in form of a very budget head and torso simulator, which we call Sepantamino. It's come from Zoroastrianism, one of the main gods of Zoroastrianism, because I'm originally from Iran and grew up in Sweden. So that mannequin is going to be equipped with a couple of good enough microphones connected to a Zoom F3 float recorder. So we're going to record everything in float 32-bit. For the demo source, we're going to use my own track. It's called Random Precision Loop, which we uploaded last year into all major streaming platforms. It's a EDM track. It lacks vocal and everything, but it's better than nothing. And I haven't got the time to produce any other track. And so yeah, so I was watching the video by Headphone, which was launched just a few days ago. Pretty lengthy one, but brilliantly produced, which I really recommend you to watch. I mean, in fact, I was watching and taking so many notes. So I was just thinking to run through this list. It's at least 25 brands. Majority of them have, as I noted, at least two products that I would like to cover and listen to and record in binaural. Yeah, so let's just run through them. Okay, first off is RAL, RALL 1995. It's brand new, from ground up development from RAL, which we had the pleasure to listen to their flagship last year. The video's up already on my channel. This one is RAL 1995. Two models, Amanos and Magna, ribbon drivers. Next is Abyss 1266 Phi TC. I never had the honor to listen to any Abyss headphone, but this year we're gonna try to change that. And as well as Dyna DZ and MR Planar Magnetic. Next is Hi-Fi-Man Susvara Unveiled, and then a DCA, Dan Clark Audio, Stealth and Expanse, and E3, as well as a fourth one which we listened to last year, and according to based on my experience, that electrostat, which I now forgot the model name of, that was head and shoulder above everything else that I listened to my own track. That performance was just absolutely just insanely good, really something. And we unfortunately messed up the recording of that last year. because of the Zoom F3 battery was finito and we messed it up. So this year we're gonna hopefully do a better job. Next is Meze Audio Elite, Lyric 2, Imperium 2, and 105 Air. You know, some of those we recorded last year, we listened to last year, pretty impressive. I mean, highly impressive, I should say. We messed up the recording again, thanks to this battery situation with the Zoom F3. And next is another second iteration of Odyssey Carbon, which is Odyssey Carbon 2. We listened to Carbon 2, I think last year or even the year before that. Pretty impressive. I mean, spectacular, electrostatic. This time we're gonna listen to it and record it. And ZMF Atrium, which is dynamic driver, and Caldera planar driver. We really need to listen to them and record them this time. What is it next? Fostex, but I forgot to write down what model that was. They have a new model, which I'm sure most of you know about, at least one model. So we're gonna go there to American Music and Sound. Give it a try. Sennheiser HD 620S and 660S2. I own HD 6XX. And next is Duno Arashi Planar V Model 53. Next is Audio-Technica AT-ADX 3000 and ATX R70X refined at Apos Audio. Next is Noble Audio Focus Apollo. Believe their first non-IEM headphone. I'm not sure about that though. So there are at least two highlights at this show that I really want to try. We come to the first one here now. Final Audio from Japan. They're gonna demo their what is it? D8000 and D8000 Pro. Okay, but there is something else they're gonna demo. That is the new concept called Digital Twin Audio Simulation, DTAS. By scanning the torso and head and outer ears to create your own HRTF and then use that for the demo. That is going to be super interesting because I believe the proper way to achieve high reality factor and high realism and a lifelike experience through headphone based system is through HRTF, customized HRTF. So that's the first one, the first highlight. Now, let's just go through that, and then we come to the second highlight, which is a very similar concept, but let's just run through this list. Okay, next is Head Audio GT Gran Turismo. Never heard that. In fact, that's the new headphone from good people from Berlin. We listened to their headphone second iteration last year. We did a demo of that on my channel here. Next is Arbus Acoustics Sierra at Mimic Audio and Source Audio. We had the pleasure to actually meet Juan, if I remember his name correct, and 2 years ago, and that's up on my upload on my channel. That was impressive, inexpensive budget headphone. I can easily say that was way better than the headphone, the audiophile / headphone enthusiasts about the Sennheiser 6XX or 600 series. That headphone was, despite the fact that it was on the infancy stage and was maybe a prototype, but that was way better than HD 600 from Sennheiser. Next is at Mimic Audio Mudhouse Tungsten. Never heard that, so it's gonna be interesting. I know that headphone has a lot of followers. Next is a brand new brand, Hi-Fi for All, HFA Dahlia. After that, we're gonna go to Sigma P2 Pro planar magnetic, and based on the headphone people, it has a unique imaging with anchored center image, so that's going to be very interesting to listen to. It's going to be at the budget side. And next is Sony MDR M1 and Sony MDR MV1 from Japan. And speaking of Japan, there is this company which I never, Mass Kobo. Of course, many of you most probably have heard of this company. They're gonna come, budget no, price, cost no limit, cost no concern, model 465 amp, driving, and get this, driving a Sony CD900 ST. This monitoring headphone from decades ago. They're gonna drive this headphone with a state-of-the-art amp. And that's gonna be very interesting to listen to. How much the amp and source and everything plays in the role of really creating high performance of it, basically a budget headphone. And then after that, we're gonna go to Moon Audio Anaheim in Anaheim room. Listen to Stax, flagship Stax SRX 9000. Speaking of electrostat, we're gonna also go again to Warwick Audio. Listen to the Bravura. Now we had the pleasure to listen to Bravura system 2 years in a row, both last year and the previous year, but we never could record it binaurally. But this time we really hope we can get this Cyber Girl, this dummy head, into their isolated booth and then make a recording out of it as well. Because that headphone was, that headphone system was indeed impressive. And also, okay, FIO FD1, that's going to be another one. So there we go, 25 brands with several headphones. But okay, so the last but not least, the second highlight of the show, I believe, is from the folks from HBK, with the head torso simulator hat type 5128. They're gonna come out and tell us about this EA Engine electroacoustic software and the binaural microphones 4101B. They're gonna do something probably very similar to what Final Audio from Japan is doing by scanning the head, the torso and head and outer ear to give us a proper customized experience through HRTF. So those two they're gonna be the must go for us, at least, because again, I believe that that's the only way to go for proper high performance, lifelike, high reality factor experience through headphone system. And then we're gonna also go to, when it comes to measurement, cry sound as well. Well, we have 2 days only, and let's see how much we can actually just do. We're gonna do our best. But make sure you follow us on the channel. Please subscribe to support it, to support the channel and our work. And looking forward to a report from the show starting tomorrow. All right, shine on.